Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part 3 of the sweep command for Onshape certification. And what we're going to do now that we have our two sketches, our path sketch, then we have our profile sketch, we're going to go ahead and apply the sweep command, and you'll see how easily this can transform it from a two-dimensional shape into a three-dimensional paper clip. So along our options toolbar, we will find our sweep command, which will be here. And we're going to need two things. First will be the face that we want for our sweep command. So I will click on my actual profile sketch for that. And the second thing will be the sweep path. So the one thing that a lot of kids forget to do is the active feature or command is what is blue. So now that I've already selected my face of my profile sketch, I want to switch over and click to my sweep path to activate it. And then I can hover and select the entities that I want to include into my face. And it may take a second, depending on the system, for it to catch up for your entire component. And what I have now is my sweep path, and I have my face. I can go ahead and accept it if you want. And of course, I think in Onshape they're going to have you rename it. So you can do it in a couple different places. You can rename it right here if you've already accepted the sweep path, but when you rename it, it's entirely up to you if you want to rename it. I don't like to do that here because this command lets me know what I did in my feature tree. Now that I have my paper clip, I'm going to hit P on my keyboard to cancel out all of my planes. I can also come to the feature tree and close all of those out as well. And what you'll notice now is down here in the feature tree, I have my first actual part. And we will get into some of these with the Part Studio about how to add additional parts and assemblies and drawing packages later. But for now, to take our quiz, we're going to need to know what the mass is of this paper clip that I drew. And to do that, let's first go ahead and rename this part in case I want to use it later. So I'm going to hover and right click and select rename. And I'm going to rename this to paper clip. And once I rename it to paper clip, you're going to want to go ahead and change the material so that you can get the correct weight. So when I right click, I'm going to come down and select assign material. And when you assign material here, you can go ahead and do a search if you want. If there's nothing selected, I think it's easier just to type in here, and they want you to use, aluminum 1060, right? Yeah, so aluminum 1060. And you can select OK now, and now you have the proper material. And the final thing, well, the next thing is the edit the appearance. Let's say we want this to have that nice coating, so you want it to be Calvert blue. So you can change the color in two different places for us right now. You can right click and select edit appearance, and you'll get a palette here, and you can change the color here, which is fine. Or on the right side of the graphic window, you can select the appearance tab, and you will see all of the parts that we have in here. But now that we only have one paper clip, you can double click and you're going to get the same appearance palette if you would like. And let's go ahead and close it out. So those are two different ways. Now I have my paper clip. I have it renamed. I have my material assigned. I want to go ahead and see what the mass is of that product. So down here on the right, bottom right of my graphics window, I'm going to open up display my mass properties. And you want to go ahead and tell it what. It's going to be blank because you may have multiple parts in here that you're looking at. So once you open up your mass properties window, select the paper clip that you want, and you're going to see what the component properties are for yours. And this right here, actually I have it in kilograms. If you need to convert it, you can convert it to grams, just use your multipliers, or you can go back and change the material if you want. So let's say some of these have grams, and this is a smaller part, so it might be. You might need to go back to the document menu, go to workspace, and instead of kilogram, you may want to change it down to grams. And then when you change it to grams, you can come back to the properties window, select the paper clip again, and you're now going to see that this is now updated to a new component, 26.05 grams. And that's our third and final video. That should enable you to get through the certification and get your certificate for the paperclip using the sweep command. Take care, and I will see you soon.